Okay, let's see, what else? So you mentioned clones a little bit. I heard clone, I think I did. So the boards are now being cloned. We know that.
Sort of.
Sort of, okay.
I would say the DNA's...
Let's speak to sort of, but let's also speak to how you feel about that and if you're taking any action.
Well, how do you think we feel? I mean, it's tantamount to theft. So how do you feel when you get ripped off? How do you feel when you get robbed? Now,
see, that doesn't bother me as much as how badly they're being cloned, because
well, that's the other side.
From one perspective, they're ripping us off.
Right.
From the other perspective, they're ripping off the customers.
Yeah.
So, I mean, other than patent issues, there have certainly been any number of products that are sort of DNA-ish that we say, okay, this is like the SX350. I will fully admit that is a well-done product. To say it wasn't would just be straight up lying. But the DNA clones are, it's sort of like the worst counterfeit I've ever seen, a picture of on the internet, is a circuit breaker, which consists of a wire from one side to the other, and a flippy switch that doesn't do anything. So on the one hand, it bothers me that we're being cloned. On the other hand, it bothers me that we're being cloned so egregiously.
Right.
But it also bothers me that we're being cloned so badly.
Okay, so speak to that, because you have analyzed some of the clones that have come out. And what makes them bad versions?
It's not accurate. It's not as protective. It's not repeatable. It doesn't run as efficiently. It's just, I mean, I guess if you're going to take our name and stick it on your product, are you going to do it? Well, probably not. But other than having a pretty blue screen, I don't feel like it does anything well that the DNAs do well.
Right.
And that's just irritating.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's not
on top of being patent infringement and copyright infringement and counterfeiting and all the other things. It also just professionally irritates me.
Well, and the other thing is the guy that goes into a vape shop picks up a DNA 30 HANA clone. That may be the only time he ever gets, he sees Evolv vapor pop up on the screen, and the board fails on him in a week, or it just doesn't work right. That may be his only experience with Evolv, and look what that does, for us. I mean, we try very hard to put out a quality product. I mean, we try very hard to put out something that's going to last a long time, that's going to, that's going to maximize the vape. I mean, we really care about that. We care whether it vapes well or not. We're not trying to maximize the dollar. We're trying to maximize the vape, then maximize the dollar. So, it just, what it does is it kills, it kills our name too. And that's the part that's just frustrating. I mean, maybe it's frustrating. It's a better word. I don't know if you can really say angry, but just maybe frustrated and
sure.
Yeah, it's a shame. Is what it is.
Do you have any plans on looking at some way to take action against?
We already are.
Yeah,
we already are.
Yeah, we already are.
Okay.
The wheels of justice move slower than the wheels of cloning.
Much slower.
Yeah. All right. So finally, we'll talk about, and I know Brandon never gives me anything to give you guys, so we'll see what we can get this time. What's next for Evolv? Other than Inikin, right? Because we know that's been enough.
My part response, which is, we always have new things coming.
Yeah, here we go. Yep.
And this is why I'm not allowed to talk.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't get out the duct tape for you, right?
Now we do have some interesting things coming.
Yeah, and I know they're interesting because I've seen them. Yeah,
you've seen them and tried them.
Yeah.
And anything you want to say about it without being too revealing?
Well, without being too revealing, I think if you look at the spec sheet on our newest product, which is the Inikin board, and you say, now, if we were trying to do this at a, Hanamod's price point, where do you end up? I think you can draw a lot of conclusions from that. For some of the technologies that will be out.
Actually, proud of you. It's pretty good.
Okay, so I mean, I know a few of the things that you guys have coming out. I think I can ask pointedly a couple easy ones. Okay? Step down.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Reverse battery protection.
Yes.
Okay, and that's really all I can say.
But yeah, but also like the step down, I think is more important from the Anakin customer than a guy who's cloud chasing at 30 watts. Because
Right.
if he just came off of a Ego
Right.
and he's getting 4 watts out of it, saying, well, unless you're high ohm or low battery voltage or whatever, you're going to get 12 or so. And how we indicate that is the little blinky ohms. He's going to think, man, this is way over the top. You sort of have to ease into filling rooms up with vapor.
Right,
So the Anakin one, that was definitely a must. But also, if you think about it, we've had that for a while. Kick 2 step down, and we've had that for a year.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's been a while coming. It's just the DNA 30 we look at as sort of a Ferrari type product, and nobody says, man, my Ferrari idles great and it drives 15 miles an hour through a parking lot really
Right.
smoothly.
Right.
Because you don't care. You're like, it could make a horrible clatter as long as it's getting up to at parking lot speed. Because nobody cares about Ferraris at parking lot speed.
Right.
You know, you're stopped with women draped all over it, or you're at 200 miles an hour, or
Okay.
you're opposed.
Right. That makes sense. But I mean, I personally, I'm happy to see step down because it just, for me, it allows me to play around with different builds
Sure.
and adjust down if I need to.
Yeah,
adjust
oh,
down.
absolutely. And it's definitely something that we're pleased to be adding into future products.
Yeah. Good deal. So, any closing statements from either of you guys? Anything that you want people to know about yourselves, about your company, about what you have coming up, about the industry in general? Here's your time to say whatever you want.
If you're a $1 trillion hedge fund and you got $1 billion burning a hole in your pocket, give us a call.
Oh, I like that.
Well, guys, thank you very, very much for this. Get closer together. There we go.
All right.
Thank you guys very, very much for the opportunity, for me to come in and shoot this and see what you guys do and how you guys do it. Thank you for finally introducing the world to your other half here.
Yes.
Well,
It's good to finally meet you and to see what you're all about. And, I hope the viewers appreciate this look into Evolv. And I certainly thank you for letting me do this.
absolutely. Thanks for coming down.
All right. Thank you, guys.
All right.
Can I taste your juice?
The only thing, if you put a gun to my head, I can't do is a time machine.
Okay.
I can't do a time machine.
But a perpetual motion machine.
Fine, I can't do it.
My fear is he's going to go home and work on it.
I know.
Perpetual motion's a funny term.
Okay. All right.
You can't do a perpetual motion machine as classically defined. You can launch something out into interstellar space and expect it to go till the heat death of the universe.
Well, all right.
So that's as perpetual as I would like, but this will get edited out anyway.